Lame Truth here, and what a week I have had. If you guys saw my community post, you kind of know what's going on. I'm going to summarize everything, though, in this video, because I was shocked at the last video I made, how well it did, and all I did was just point out everything wrong with this fucked up fucking decade. So many people left comments saying, hey, BT, like, it's refreshing to hear someone speak about this stuff. And I'm not complaining. I am pointing out the obvious. Truthfully, I am. But that's really all I did. So you know what? In this video, how about we run it the fuck back? There's more modern gaming news I want to cover and more stuff that I need to get off my chest. So without further ado, if you guys could drop a like on this video, I would really appreciate it, because this video took me, technically speaking, a week to fucking make. And I will explain why in just a second. Either way, though, let's just go ahead and get right on into the meat and potatoes and get this shit off my chest, because I am pissed like you would not believe. So where do I even begin here? Can I just crash out? Can I crash out, viewers? Can I please just complain a little bit? And I'll timestamp everything if you want to click around or whatever. But I just need to get this out. It needs to come out because it's been festering all fucking week. Okay? So, Winter Storm Fern. You would think, with the doom and gloom that the meteorologists and news were peddling, that this winter storm would rain down like ice daggers that would impale my scrotum to the ground if I so much as went out and like checked the mail during the storm. They were touting this as the storm of the decade or whatever. So I'm like, well, I don't really want my ball sack pinned to the ground like a tail on a 2D donkey at a birthday party. So I'm like, okay, let's just go to the coast. Let's pack up my mobile studio and let's head to the coast, and I'll make content there, because I thought my electricity would be out for the better part of a week as well, which would not have been fun. So I go there and I check in, and of course back home it's like a light dusting of snow and some sleet. Absolutely nothing to be alarmed about. Nothing really fucking happened. So I'm like, well, that's a bit of a waste of money, but hey, let's make the best of it, and let's make some content while we're here. And I just fucking couldn't. That's why I say this video took the better part of a week to make. I tried for days. I'm not kidding. Days. I tried to get everything working, and it should be so fucking simple. Like, I've done this a million times before. I have been on YouTube since 2007. I know how to make videos. I know how editing software works. I'm pretty tech savvy, and I've made videos on like so many different PCs, laptops, you name it. I know how this shit works, right? And I get there, and absolutely nothing is working correctly. My editing software will just not open whatsoever on the laptop. I have to reinstall and update and do all this shit to get the new editing software, and then that crashes. My laptop's audio was like out of sync and messed up, and when I clicked the Windows search thing to find different programs, just this weird fucking white box would pop up. And this just played out over and over and over again. It was like trying to thread a needle while wearing oven mitts during an earthquake. It just could not be done. Absolutely nothing was working right. Audio was messing up. Like, everything's just messing up. And this is not like a new laptop. This is a laptop from 2022. But for whatever fucking reason, after so many updates, it's just a gigantic pile of shit. Now, is it the laptop? Is it the software? Is it something else? I don't know. I don't care. But the point is that I paid $1,000 for this laptop in 2022, which, adjusted for inflation for 2026, that's about, I don't know, $1.3 million. I'm joking, but with the way prices are going up, that's probably what it's going to be in the next 10 years. So, yeah. The point is, I couldn't make videos, and I tried. I fucking tried, guys. I am sorry. There's been like a little dry spell for content this past week because the last video did so well. I wanted to ride that momentum, but this is just how things are nowadays. Why does everything fucking suck? Why is this decade, 2020 onward, so fucking cursed? I brought it up in my last video, but I'm dead serious. Things that are good seem to be the exception and not the rule in 2026. Just as an example here. Look, guys, sponsored stuff, sponsored content. Like it's a thing that I have to do now because YouTube doesn't pay very well, and the cost of everything has risen by like 50 to 100% in the last 6 years. There's inflation, and then there is whatever the fuck is going on that's not normal. Like, this stuff is not normal. As an example, real quick, let me segue into this really quick. I'm at the coast, right? And I go to this restaurant, and I look at this menu before I go to see the prices, okay? And this is a real fucking picture. So this menu was updated 7 months ago on Google. Here are the prices. And then I get to the restaurant, and the prices, I shit you not, are up nearly double this. So this $13 and something plate of breakfast is now, I'm not kidding, nearly $20. What in the fuck? I'm not making that up. This isn't shit that I'm just pulling out of my ass. It's verifiable, like data, you know? So I try to just bring you guys sponsored content of stuff I actually use and like and enjoy and that I know is quality and that I think is good, right? That's what I do. 99% of the time, my sponsored stuff is stuff that I use. And I bring this up because I've had to turn down, I'm not even kidding, I am not exaggerating in the least bit. I have probably had to turn down, and by turn down I mean just block and ignore, $15,000 to like $20,000 worth of money from these AI companies. So many AI slop programs want me to advertise their AI slop shit to you guys, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying this to get brownie points. I'm not saying this to be like, oh guys, look how fucking noble and virtuous I am. No, I'm saying this because it's just seeping in everywhere. I actually saw a creator plugging like one of these same companies that sent me an email as well, and then he got a lot of shit for it and he apologized. But like, dude, the amount of people that will just forego all morals, and if somebody pays them off, they'll just say what the fuck ever and lie and all that. I mean, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. And I saw it constantly with Highguard. I wanted to cover that piece of shit game when it came out, but of course I couldn't. My shit wasn't working. But it's already dead, so I guess I didn't really miss anything. I'm not kidding, by the way. This game launched from the makers of, I think it's Apex Legends and Titanfall and all that. And it was just kind of a stealth launch, and they invited a bunch of creators out, and every single creator is sucking this game's dick and saying it's amazing, and I like it a lot and all that stuff. And they're just all full of shit. They're paid to be there. They're paid to say this stuff. If they aren't paid to say this stuff, it's heavily implied that they will not get invited out again if they talk shit about the game. And this is the world we are living in this fucked up decade. We're in 2026, so we're a little bit over halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Thank you, Bon Jovi. But like, dude, I'm serious. I just want to fall into a coma and wake up in 2030 and hope for the best. Hope that things have fixed themselves. Because, I covered it in the last video, but this decade is fucked up. It keeps getting worse. Ugh. I need a beer. It's no coincidence that I come back in 2020, essentially, with Modern Warfare 2019, when that piece of shit dropped. I'm sorry for anyone that likes it, but no, it's also a piece of shit. It's no coincidence that I come back then and I keep growing my channel year after year. Like things just keep getting better. on my end, my numbers keep going up. It's not because I'm just grifting. I'm not rage baiting. I'm not complaining to hear myself fucking talk. I am speaking the truth. And it's like, it took people a while to come around, but eventually they did. And now we are here. And you know what? I'm sorry. I just wanted to get all of that out. I just needed to rage a little bit because it makes me feel better. And I hope it makes you guys feel better hearing it. There's more I want to cover, though. We got... Good God, man. We have... I seriously think we are in a video game crash, a video game recession, but no one really knows it just yet. And I want to cover it after a brief word from this video sponsor, and yes, I do use this stuff pretty much every day. So this little powder I'm about to talk about does 3 very important things. 1, it releases stem cells from your bone marrow. 2, it makes you 27% harder to kill. And 3, it floods everything with nitric oxide. And the best part about this powder, it is chocolate. If you think I'm exaggerating, listen to this. Dr. Simon Mills, one of the top herbal medicine researchers in the world.
Dark chocolate is a medicine. End of. One of the best medicines around is 50 grams, 100 grams of 75% or more dark chocolate. Brain health as well, cardiovascular health. They do studies where they've put cocoa into volunteers, that means students usually, so young kids, and they were able to show changes in their blood flow within minutes, certainly within an hour of eating cocoa. Beneficial changes in your blood flow.
They call it the heart medicine.
Yeah, no, heart, circulation, brain, but it also, of course, we know it contains a few other beneficial stimulating effects, sort of similar to the effects with coffee, which incidentally, as I've already said, is a medicine as well. But cocoa and chocolate does have an uplifting effect, which is why we love it so.
You heard right, dark chocolate, but here's where people get it wrong. The flavanols, the part that actually does anything, gets destroyed when chocolate is processed. Regular chocolate has 50 milligrams of dead flavanols. Sorry, you can't get this benefit from a Snickers bar. This, however, is Black Forest high flavanol cocoa powder, which has 1,200 milligrams of pharmaceutical extracted flavanols. So normally you can't claim benefits in the supplement world, but this, the FDA signed off on a health claim saying cocoa flavanols support heart health and reduce cardiovascular risk. And trust me, I don't care about the FDA, but the evidence on this stuff was so strong they couldn't ignore it. Studies show your brain gets sharper 8.6 seconds faster in cognitive tests, blood flow where it counts 80% improvement, and the heart gets stronger 27% less death. I've been taking this stuff for a while now, and even my doctor, who I'm seeing much less of nowadays because of this stuff, says this is the right move, especially since heart problems run in my family. So guys, Black Forest just launched their New Year, New Me deal, 40% off their best-selling cocoa formula, available for 48 hours only. This ends in 48 hours, and when it's over, it's gone for good. Cocoa prices keep going up, so get you some while they're still cheap. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. Let's do another gameplay. Let's do another gameplay here and talk about today's news because, I mean, guys, I legit think we are in a gaming recession. Maybe not a full-on crash, but something is happening, and I think people are finally starting to wake up. But let's just take a look at this news here from Xbox. The owners of Call of Duty, the now owners of Call of Duty. Microsoft Gaming FY26 Q2 October-December 2025 results. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Xbox content plus services revenue decreased 5%. Xbox hardware revenue decreased 32%. And that's just for the quarter. That's pretty fucking bad, but that is just for the quarter. Microsoft CFO says Xbox revenue declined 9% year over year during October to December 2025 due to lower than expected results from Xbox first-party titles. And if you think that it's just Xbox and Microsoft kind of feeling the pain right now, let me show you this from Sony and PlayStation. I couldn't believe this when I read it. Like, I had to go back and read it twice. It's so fucking unbelievable. Check this out. From Insider Gaming, earlier today, images surfaced online of a system message apparently sent by PlayStation Direct to users on PlayStation 4 consoles. In a recent image that surfaced on social media, one user claimed to have received a message from PlayStation that was quietly encouraging them to upgrade from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. The message read, whether you're catching up with hits from 2025 like Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Arc Raiders, and Ghost of Yotei, or getting ready for the most anticipated games of 2026, including Saros, 007 First Light, Neo 3, and so much more, now's the perfect time to upgrade to a PS5 console. But here's the fucking thing. The PS6 is going to come out, I heard, in 2028. So they get like 2 years of this console pretty much before they have to upgrade again. Listen, I know I pick on the people kind of staying on the old gen consoles and doing nothing but playing yearly sports titles and Call of Duty Shoot a Man 2022, Twice Removed Electric Boogaloo. I understand that, but listen, I just covered how everything is fucking expensive. Everything keeps going up in price. So you know what? You guys on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, just stay there. Just stay there and milk that shit till powder comes out of them motherfucking udders, because it ain't worth it. Nothing is worth the upgrade now. When 2028 rolls around, Sony apparently is going to release the PlayStation 6. And I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it right now, this console will be roughly $1,000. I'm not kidding. I'm calling it right now. This console will be anywhere from $800 to $1,000, maybe even more, maybe even surpassing the $1,000 mark for this system. And you have this AI slop shit to blame. I can't buy an M.2 SSD for cheap anymore. I can't. The AI slop everywhere. Gemini, Copilot, all this fucking garbage that I can't even opt out of half the time is causing everything to skyrocket technology-wise. And I'm telling you right now, if something does not change with this, it's going to crash, absolutely crash the gaming market altogether. The main reason that these old gen gamers will want to upgrade is because they can't play Call of Duty on the old gen anymore. Like Modern Warfare 4 will take that away finally. And we're going to probably see the numbers just fall off a fucking cliff, because Nero proved in his last video that this game's just hanging on from the free-to-play players on like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Call of Duty, I mean. Nobody bought Black Ops 7, so that's not causing the numbers to stay pretty consistent. It's just people on old gen consoles playing free games because they don't have a lot of money, because a lot of people don't have a lot of money. Like, let's look at what Call of Duty is peddling to us. Let's objectively look at this. Mid-season introduces a brand new Battle Royale experience with the arrival of the Avalon map in Call of Duty Warzone. Built from the ground up, this is a new mode that draws inspiration from Call of Duty's Battle Royale origins, Black Ops 4 Blackout. More details will be revealed at Season 2 Reloaded. Call of Duty is an account on Twitter that has over 5 million followers, and they're struggling with this fucking news to break like 600 likes. What? What is going on? It's just the same old bullshit. Like, here's a new map which will probably not be well received, while we peddle nostalgia to distract you from the fact that we shouldn't have removed this nostalgic thing in the first place. Like, Treyarch tweeted this out, saying, it's back. This stupid fucking game mode. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like you walk the robot dog around. I think it debuted in... You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I can't keep up. But this is their entire marketing campaign all across the board. It's back. This is back. Welcome back this. Welcome back that. Why do they take it away in the first place? I am so just tired. I'm so tired. It's like, this is what it is across the board in the entertainment industry now. Like, you realize that, right? They want you to part with your money, but they never want you to actually be satisfied. It's all clever marketing and saying, oh, this is back, and oh, remember this? But like, it's never as good as it was, ever. ever. I mean, if you look at like the top selling games this past year, it's Battlefield, Call of Duty, Borderlands, or whatever. And like nobody is playing these games. These games have fallen off a fucking cliff. Nero covered in his recent video about how Borderlands, I think it's 2 or 3, has more players than Borderlands 4 on Steam. And Borderlands 4 is the new game. And the last Borderlands is like 13 years old or something. Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's everywhere. You know the stupid, shitty, like, celebrity boxing matches or whatever, where it's like Jake Paul versus some geriatric boxer from the 80s or 90s? That's my entire point. It's all designed to get you to part with your money, but you're never satisfied. So you have to keep doing it to get some sort of rush of dopamine and excitement. You know, I don't care if Jake Paul faces the ghost of Muhammad Ali, man. I don't fucking want to see it. I don't care. I never buy those things, and the people that do always end up disappointed. Why does everything suck? Why does everything suck, and why are we not fighting back against it? I'm serious, man. Someone in my comments section in my last video said, this is like the second Great Depression. While the first Great Depression was more like, hey, we're starving to death physically, and we have no money, we're poor physically. This decade is mental starvation. It really is. You're fed little snippets of bullshit, but it's never satisfying. Everyone's depressed and on so many meds. Everyone's addicted to their fucking phones. It's the same shit, just in a different format. And it's only going to get worse. I don't see it getting better. And until things crash and like reset, I don't see it getting better. Guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, drop a like. And oh man, I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.